So now we're going to talk about Touchplan. My name is Noah Baker. I am the leader of partnerships and international sales here at Touchplan. We have been around for nearly 10 years now, created by construction for construction, meaning consultants and project managers saw a better way of doing lean planning. We have nearly 7,000 projects overall, tens of thousands of users, nearly 100,000 users now. We are a US-based company, but we have projects globally, meaning all the way from Egypt to Australia to Sweden to Norway, UK, Mexico, the US, and Canada. All of those projects are either with general contractors, owners, specialty contractors, MEP contractors. Really here, the difference is just the way they set up Touchplan. We are born and really will be the platform where you can do an entire last planner system within Touchplan. But it's important to understand that Touchplan is here to meet your teams in their lean journey. So if you're at a place where you're not doing full phase pull plans, if you're just doing collaborative look aheads, that is not a problem. It is really where your team is, and Touchplan can grow with that. Again, Touchplan is a real-time cloud-based solution, meaning we're connecting the field to the office and the office to the field. What's going on in your project, on your project, because it's cloud-based, simply log into touchplan.io and you'll be able to see everything. I will actually be jumping in the platform today and showing you guys just how easy it is to use. One of the biggest misconceptions of digital pull planning, digital lean construction planning is that we're not talking in person. 98% of the time people are using Touchplan, they're using Touchplan just like they would an analog whiteboard or sticky notes, but on a digital screen. There'll be a lot of benefits from that, including saving time, reducing rework, sticky notes falling off the wall, turning on a ceiling fan and everything gets blown off. But also, because you're doing those practices all in one place, we're eliminating a lot of the administrative load that comes hand in hand with doing the last planner system or lean construction in general, meaning different spreadsheets for PPC reports, different spreadsheets for constraint logs, all of those things that you'll have to do to gain the value out of the lean construction principles. Touchplan is going to automatically do that for you. So again, Touchplan has been around for a very long time in the SaaS-based world, and we're here to really help each and every team member. What's important about that is that we work in construction. Not everyone is very technology savvy. We want this to look and feel just like explaining the sticky notes to everyone. Our adoption rates are very high because of that ease of use. Now, I will actually jump right into Touchplan. Touchplan, again, all of these projects you see on the left-hand side are unlimited users. In the spirit of collaboration and lean construction, all of those members of those projects are assigned to a specific role. That role is similar to handing out different color sticky notes or different putting up different sticky notes within the board. Within these projects, we have work breakdown structures, we have phase plans, and all of those things are being planned and status within the project. Now, because all of them are being status within the project, all of that data then floats up into what we call dynamic dashboards or analytics. What you're seeing on the right-hand side of your screen here is a portfolio level. So if you were to partner with Touchplan on 10, 15, 20, 150 different projects, we actually can pull those analytics from each and every one of those projects. The importance of this is if we wanted to look at labor insights, if we wanted to look at variance reports across your entire organization, we can then start making company-wide decisions. You'll notice that when I click on a project, a couple things happen. You'll notice now we have a phased out schedule or an imported work breakdown structure from P6, from Microsoft Projects. You'll also notice that that dashboard actually changed into a project level dashboard. So automatically, because we're working in Touchplan, It's calculating our PPC. It's giving us our variance reasons. It's also giving us data on how well your team is adapting to a digital solution. Are they logging into Touchplan? Are they creating activities? Are they doing those things? When we jump into a plan, when we've progressed through it, it will start looking like this. But how do we get there? When we set up your project, all of these projects have custom locations. They have custom roles. They assign those members to a role. And if we hadn't imported anything from, say, a master schedule like Microsoft Projects or P6, you would come upon a basic whiteboard. Again, we want to mimic that analog style. If we start planning within Touchplan, to create those activities, again, is very easy. Any last planner or any trade contractor or specialty contractor only has to do 3 things. It's create an activity. Again, all of our locations are custom to your project. We just type in the description, just like writing a sticky note, toggle up for crew count, toggle up for duration. And now again, because this is cloud-based, the second I drop this here and start talking about a sequence of work, everyone who's logged into this project would see that. Similar to doing it on a projector or on a touch screen within your trailer, all of those kind of rubbing shoulders, quote unquote, and all of those conversations are still happening. We simply can tie those dependencies by right-clicking and left-clicking, saving those right there. The idea here too is that many of you may have repetitive sequences of work. You may be looking at repetitive sequences. When you go digital, you're able to do things like this that save you a lot of time. Duplicate the sequence, put it in the right swim lane, so on and so forth, even mass edit the locations. And now instead of writing out 150 different post-it notes, sticky notes, we now have that sequence of work. If we haven't imported our milestones, we can set those. So really mimicking that exact process that you guys may do in an analog version, but here in Touchplan. There's going to be a lot of platforms out there that will be digital whiteboards. Touchplan has taken it to another level where we can actually do the entire lean process, meaning whole plan, look ahead, weekly meetings, daily huddles, and then continuous learning all in one place. What I mean by that, and instead of creating now a look ahead board, all we'll do is drag this line out, say 4, 6, 8 weeks, however you're doing that. Once I drop that, a couple things are happening. So instead of creating a spreadsheet and doing things like that, Touchplan is going to automatically understand the durations, your start date, and create that look ahead schedule. All of what you're seeing up here on the top of my screen is the crew loaded schedule as well. We still have the time to tighten up our schedule, to talk through things and create that look ahead schedule. The next process in that lean journey is your weekly meetings or daily huddles. We really allow your teams to facilitate that through what we call a promise period. Again, talking about what needs to happen. Everyone in this room has probably been in a weekly meeting. I don't need to lecture you on that. Once everything is confirmed, we click this button. And now 2 things happen. We have our current week and we have these black pens. This is where we'll start committing to the plan, whether it's on our mobile phones or on this. If we complete the changes, we have durations. Let's say from 2 to 4 days. They will always have to put in a custom variance reason or reason why. And now we're seeing where it was supposed to happen and where it actually happened. Simply because of time constraints today, that's how they'll progress through that schedule. Committing to the work, moving through the schedule, and then extending our look ahead. So we can do this process all in one place, from pull plan to look ahead to weekly meeting and daily huddles with those dependency ties. Again, we can import from P6, from Microsoft Projects, to have that baseline schedule, to have critical milestones connected and export that back to your schedulers so they can import it into P6 or Microsoft Projects or something of that nature to update that schedule. All of these projects will have a day-to-day schedule for each and every role and the project. So what you're seeing up here on the top left is Touchplan automatically calculating how ahead or behind schedule we are. Reporting is critical in the last planner system and lean construction in general. Every single report that you will see within that process will be in Touchplan, but instead of putting it into Excel, we can run things like PPC by week, PPC by role. We can look at weekly work plans. We can look at Gantt charts, all of those things simply by having your process, your keystrokes within Touchplan. There's a lot more bells and whistles we can talk about in terms of constraint logs, things of that nature. All of the process, really anything that you see in your lean process exists within Touchplan at the click of a button, like custom roles, locations, snapshots, replanning, all of those things exist here. Again, I want to thank you all for your time today. I won't take any more time so we don't fall behind, but if you have any questions about how to use Touchplan, please reach out to me. There's a lot more we can talk about. Touchplan works with owners, GCs, again, MEP contractors, as well as pre-construction, design, and even in procurement and tenders, but we can talk about that as well. There you go, fast and furious for you. Save you some time.
Thank you, Noah. It's a good idea to make a point out of being done before schedule, right? That's good.
Running lean this morning. Here in the US, it's only 7 a.m. So
okay, excellent. So and also just to help you a little bit with the translation at the end there, because there was some terminology that perhaps not everyone in Norway knows. What you said is what you do is bygging, prosjekteringsfase. Det brukt av byggherrer, GCs, det er totalentreprenører, underentreprenører, så Touchplan har blitt brukt på en rekke ulike måter, en rekke ulike faser, også til innkjøpsplanlegging, sa han, så det er tydeligvis stor fleksibilitet i hvem som kan bruke det i hvilken fase. So you have a large customer base in different phases, different segments of the industry, and it's a quite flexible solution in terms of what you're going to plan and what your part of a project is. Sounds like very correct.
Yep.
So I can probably ask you the same question as Amaya got, like any BIM modules or kind of any experiences with sharing data back and forth between schedule and BIM? Or is it on the pipeline?
I'm happy to answer. Yeah, we work, as you can imagine, there's many different platforms everyone wants to integrate with. What we didn't see within those tickets is the ability to create custom hyperlink fields. So if you wanted to link an activity to a drawing, all you do is simply copy and paste that URL to whatever platform you're using, and we can connect that drawing or something of that nature that will pop up in an iframe. But currently within the platform, you're not planning on visual location. It would work in conjunction with whatever platform you're using.
Thank you. Okay, thanks, Noah. We will move on to the third speaker of the day.